Hello, I'm Charles, engineer at Telonic Instruments. Inrush current measurement is very important. If you're in the production, manufacturing, testing area, the amount of current taken with a piece of equipment like this little power supply, little 350 watt power supply, the initial pulse of current it takes can be very important. So we need to be able to measure this accurately. We're going to do so using this PCR1000M AC source. It can generate variable voltages, variable frequencies. We're going to use it to actually measure this. And we do it as follows. We're going to power the little DC source from this connection here. On the front of the PCR1000M is an American socket. So we're going to use that. On the back there is also ring terminals, so you can fit whatever connector you like. So let's now do the settings for this unit. The output voltage we want is 230. We're on the wrong range. Let's change the range to 270 volt maximum. So 230. Frequency, we're in the UK, 50 Hertz. Now we set this to peak. We want to measure the peak current at startup. And to do that, we select the on phase, the phase angle that this unit will start producing power. We set that on, and we reckon that a phase angle of about 90 degrees should give the highest inrush current, because at that point the AC mains is at its highest peak voltage. So that's done that. We then say we want the results displayed for a long time, that's about 5 seconds. And finally, ignoring these other parameters which we're not interested in, we're ready to go. The equipment under test is already switched on, it's connected to here, so when I press this button here, it should now record for us the inrush current. Here we go. And there it is, 16.81 amps. And after 5 seconds that drops down to 360 milliamps. So that really is quite a big difference. Now this is the analysis on this front panel. There is some software supplied by the manufacturer, Kikusui, that you can do a lot more analysis, and we'll have a look at that now. So now we're going to do the same test again using the manufacturer's software that comes with the unit, but we need to configure it. So we need to set the output voltage, 230. We need to set the range first, 270. Then we set the output voltage, 230, like so. Frequency, 50 Hertz, yep, that's okay. We need the peak reading of current. We need to long hold the current peak so we can have a look at it. And the phase angle of 90 degrees, this gives us the worst inrush current. I think we're all set up now, so let's start monitoring. There we go, about 1 per second it does. Turn the output on. Here we go. The device under test has started. Let me stop the monitoring now to show you what's happening. Here's the volts, look, 230. The AC current about 1/4 of an amp. It's a fairly reasonable power supply we're driving, but it's not got a load on it. But the inrush, here you see, look, 16.7 amps. Crest factor, this is related to power factor. These are the watts, volt amps, reactive VA here, power factor, and the frequency. All the information you might need if you want to do some further analysis. If you're using this on a production line, then you've got features like, let me turn the output off, you've got features like recalling settings, storing new settings. Let's recall that setting now and bring that across to show you. So you can store the settings you've made here, then recall them. You've got several memories, like that. So there we are, that's current inrush testing on a PCR 1000M.